Hey, what's up there, YouTube land? This is Grumpy Gamer Dad here, and I am continuing my series of Disney pin videos today. Sadly, this video is not me showing off my cool collections or what is new at the parks or anything like that. Sadly, this video has to deal with this guy. He's in the doghouse. Scrappers, fakes, phonies. What? Yeah, fake pins. It's not a new occurrence, and sadly in the last month or so I've acquired 3 of these, so we're going to take a look at them, compare them, and show people out there what to look out for with these. Sorry, new spectacles here, and they're showing off some glare action, so bear with me. Yeah, so sadly this Doug PTD, as cute as he is, he's going back to his owner in on eBay land because it is a fake, and you'll see why. Fortunately, though, my wonderful wife managed to pick me up another one. In fact, it came before this one, the fake. So I have a legit one, and I have the phony, and I can compare the two. It's one of the chances that you take on eBay, and hopefully you can get yourself a reputable seller that would take it back and give you your money back. Otherwise, you have to go through that whole eBay policy process garbage. Not fun. And so I paid a pretty penny for this pin too, and they've already refunded me. I figure I might as well capture the video now before I send it back to them and end that process and give negative feedback. Stick it to them for selling me a fake. All right, now here are the 2 Doug pins, the PTDs, side by side. You can see there's an obvious color difference. Also, the little speckles here in the Mickey Mouse Sundae a little bit off. The eyes look a little bit different here. Which one's the fake? Well, look at the color here of this one compared to this one. This one's a little bit darker. You really don't see too much difference, though, until I zoom in on the back. Now, just a cursory glance, it looks pretty legit. And that one looks pretty legit, too. But if I zoom in, this is one here. So, Disney Soda Fountain, the Y is pronounced, Soda Fountain Studio Store, compared to this one. Extreme close up of my thumb there. This one here, the Y is not pronounced in Disney. It's just a blobby letter. It looks like it might be upside down. The fountain is spelled with an L-I pressed together to make it look like, and then look like a U. You see here the and is with a 3, and then Studio Stobe. Obvious signs of being faked. And I had to zoom in with my camera to see those differences. So here we've got a Doug PTD Pin Trader Delight pin. From the front side, it looks legit. But when you flip it over is when you see the true hilarity in this one. Let me zoom in here. There's no Y in Disney, it's just a big blob. If you look closely, Soda Fountain, the L and I make up the word fountain. The word and, you see that? Instead of an A, there's a 3. And it's the Disney Studio, if I angle it correctly here, Stobe in Hollywood. At least they spelled Hollywood right. They did a really good job of trying to fake this. This FAC number here is not the same as it should be. It should be 13210, I believe, for the real one. But this Disney's, that looks like it should be a U, but on closer inspection, that is an L and an I making a U, and the font's different. It's thicker. That Studio Stobe, they didn't even try on this one. Okay, so I gotta zoom out here. I'm actually using a new piece of technology here, so bear with me. But you can see here, this Hatbox Ghost pin here, I have from before, and this one, this one was pulled from a mystery box. So you can see that these two look pretty similar to each other. This is really kind of difficult to do, but the ones in question, these aren't really in question. There was one that I suspected, and this was the Umbrella Girl here. She looked a little off. You know, these are open edition pins, so it is very possible that Disney has contracted with different companies, or at different times they were produced, depending on popularity. So there could be slight variations, but nothing like this. Look at these two pins side by side. This is a flat finish here, and this one here is definitely, we zoom in here, is glossy. Look at that glossy sheen there compared to this. It's more matte. But this one, yeah, I mean, you can tell, and the quality of the pen, it just looks off. It feels different, you know, the weight of them. And here's another one from the same seller, from the same series. It's very questionable, but that glossy finish again kind of says, hey, there's something not right here. Okay, so here are the actual legit bowler hat and Hitchhiking Ghost pins. I sent the fakes back and got new ones, and I can show you the most obvious difference. I don't have the other ones, the fakes, here for comparison, unfortunately, but I can show you the most obvious difference. Okay, so on the bowler hat guy, I'm trying to point here, he's got more black tone. You can see a lot more black tone, but the most obvious way to spot the fake on this one is right here. In the fake, there's a little bubble right above the skull here that you can see it, and especially when you're looking at auctions on eBay or whatever, you can see it. You see that bubble. It's just a little 1/16 of an inch of green right here that you can see. It's a bubble. That tells you the fake. Also, like I said, the black tone. Here's a legitimate Hitchhiking Ghost. If you look, you don't see that denting that we saw on that other one. You know, Ezra's hand is supposed to go up into the pin right here. So, you know, I'm not still not 100% sure on this one. I didn't do the check on the back yet. But I'm fairly certain that this is the legitimate Hitchhiking Ghost. It's been a hard pin to find. So there you have it. I mean, you know, 3 pins from 2 different sellers. The Haunted Mansion came from the same seller, and then the Doug PTD came from a different seller. The Haunted Mansion, there was no denying that there was issues. As you can see, the bowler hat guy, the little bubble. I didn't really focus on the bubble on the fake because I'd already sent it back. This video had been compiled over weeks and weeks of different video. So bowler hat guy was sent back, and so was the Hitchhiking Ghosts already. Got the credit from them. And, you know, I said, hey, you sent me fakes, and here's why. I sent them photos, and they gave me credit. Oh, and both times, both sellers, oh no, ours are legit pins. Well, that Doug, as you can see, there's no such thing as a Studio Stobe. So anybody that stands behind, I sell only authentic Disney pins, and it's from the Studio Stobe, is an asshole and a liar, or ignorant. So I'm going to go with the former, not the latter in this case, because it doesn't take a genius to see that. Studio Stobe, no such thing. Anyway, so unfortunately, hopefully my bad experience helps somebody out there with their pin trading. You know, buyer beware. And if the price is too low and it's too good to be true, it probably is a fake. And especially when you see a pin that should be going for about $50 to $80 and it's going for 99 cents from Hong Kong, that should be number one indication. I've seen pins from Hong Kong, and they're very, very good at replicating the authenticity of them. And unfortunately, a lot of times those are scrappers. Anyway, that's about all the time I've got. Hopefully this video is not too long. Until next time, this is Grumpy Gamer Dad saying stick around for more pins.